Hello friends. One day, the owner of a pit bull dog called a kennel and asked them to come grab her dog and her pup, who was just a few weeks old, and put them to sleep since she no longer wanted them. The people at the shelter were heartbroken because this dog would not let go of her puppy. She cared for him, and she clung to him despite the fact that she had no idea what fate awaited them because they would already be asleep. Fortunately, a couple with a big heart arrived just in time to give them the chance to be happy with a loving family. Her puppy is clutched by a pit bull dog. Bunko is told the terrible story of Giselle Padilla's rescued puppies, who would have died if she hadn't arrived in time. Padilla claims that her aunt and mother are animal rights advocates who once asked if she would be willing to aid situations as a temporary home, to which she enthusiastically agreed. Fundadog is an animal rights group that took in those dogs in order to offer them a second shot, so they moved to find them a home and put an end to the cruelty. Padilla and her husband are from Nuevo Leon, and they were on vacation in Mexico City when they received a phone call informing them that a dog and her pups would be sacrificed to what they gave as a temporary home. My aunt speaks with us and tells us about a dog who had just arrived with her pups and whose owner went to the kennel and instructed them to take her away because she no longer wanted her and tossed her away so they could put her to sleep. Bunko, Giselle said Fundadog's rescuers were overjoyed because they were able to save the dog who kept her youngster in her snout since she arrived at the kennel and had not let go of it, safeguarded it, or separated from it. Padilla and his companion came on Thursday, and the dogs will be put down on Friday morning. The rescuers were terrified and really wanted to save them, but the pair had to hurry because their fate would be terrible otherwise. We arrived on Thursday of our trip, and they planned to put her to sleep on Friday morning. They were on the verge of putting these two pups to sleep. They arrived late on Thursday and couldn't visit them that day, so they got up early the next day, knowing that it was their final opportunity to spare them from euthanasia. They were already arranging everything. The pit bull dog had been choked, and everyone was shocked when she held her youngster in her snout and refused to let him go even though she was in a horrible predicament. When the couple came, they halted everything with a resounding no, and tears in their eyes, as they were already arranging everything to put an end to the life of these two dogs. When they caught her with the dog drowning, when she was infected with rabies, she grabbed her lone puppy with force and refused to let go. She wasn't going to leave him alone, even if she didn't know where she was going. She clung to him like he was the last thing she had. According to Fundadog's post, these puppies are now part of a loving family. When Giselle and her husband witnessed how well these pups got along, they couldn't bear it. They were even more startled when their husky dog joined them as if they were brothers. Within days, they were pleased to be together. They were so moved by watching how maternal love transcended all bounds and cared for the vulnerable puppy that they chose to adopt them and become their permanent owners. It took her just 3 days to adjust to us, and they only 2 weeks to adjust to the husky, and the reality is that I'm pregnant, and she enjoys being in my tummy. Without a doubt, this tale gives everyone chills because it exemplifies the purest, most faithful, and honest love a mother can provide. Thank you very much, Giselle and her boyfriend, for giving these dogs a second opportunity.